Hey, 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 beautiful souls. It's been a while. How are you all doing? How is life flowing? What's going on? We're going to chat all about this. My name is lisalyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. A very warm welcome to those of you who may be new and just finding this space for the first time. And of course, a very warm welcome home to all of you who have been continuing to show up and support this space. And more importantly, to support your own spiritual growth. I'm so grateful for your presence in this space and in my life at this time. So it's been a while since I've connected here live. You like my pretty new top? It's kind of a joke. My girlfriend sent it to me from BC and in a package that I just received this morning. So Melba, if you're watching, thank you so much. I actually kind of love the tops and I will be rocking them. I thought it was important to wear this one here today. It really has me feeling the energy. You can't really see it because the lighting's not great here, but it's blue. Hey, hey, Kiva, welcome, sis. I'm feeling Archangel Michael with this blouse, with this tie-dyed blouse here today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's get the Palo Santo going. So it is August the 19th. We've got a couple days left of Leo season. We're wrapping Leo season up, and what a heck of a Leo season it's been. And we're moving towards Virgo. Ah, Virgo. How I love the energy of Virgo. I may be partial because I am a Virgo. I'm an August Virgo. So, yeah, we'll get into all of that. Big shifts and changes since we last connected. I trust that you're feeling the positive shifts and changes in your experience as well. And I'm really feeling guided to say, stay the course your heart has chosen. And it feels like we're at the phase where it may be rather difficult because we're not seeing, we're not seeing in the external third dimension that which we deeply desire. So at this time, I'd like to just ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting our greatest and highest good at this time, in this lifetime. Yeah, so, a lot going on. So the last time we connected here was Friday night for Friday Night Live. And it was a rather short connection. There's been a lot going on. I had my father in from out of town. He's on his way back home now. But he was here for a week. And, there was a lot. Yeah, I'm really missing partnership. And, funny that you bring that up, Kiva, because as I approach our birthday, so mine and Frank's birthday is 10 days away. This will be the 7th earthly birthday for me without him in the physical. And although generally, I'm a happy person. I'm responsible, independent, all of that good stuff. I will say, like this year, the 7th without him, it's like the 7-year itch. I'm calling it. It's like a soul itch. And honestly, this human deeply craves partnership. And so I find in recent days, I know that, divine partnership is meant to be a part of my experience on the back end of back half of life. And yet it's the unknowing, right? That's really what it is. It's the unknowing in how it's all going to unfold and how it's going to appear. And, it's really interesting because normally things that I want or desire, I go out and, you know, go for them. Almost like chase them. And my spirit team, including Frank, are like, no, no, you're not. You're sitting still. And that's very hard. That's very hard. I'll be completely honest. It's very hard to sit still and be in this waiting because, yeah, it just is. And so I hear you, sis. It's a challenging space to be. And but we're going to dive into it. We're going to dive into some of the things that took place since Friday. So if you were here on Friday, one of the questions, or the big question, was how do we stand up for ourselves in the face of, or face to face? Okay, let me start that again. How do we stand up for ourselves in the face of, or face to face with those who should have? So basically, how do we stand up for ourselves when we're presented with people and situations, well, mostly people who we would expect would stand up for us and perhaps never did? And my answer to that, I didn't really have the answer so much on Friday. And the answer that I have come to over the course of the last few days is we stand up for ourselves by being direct, by being honest, and communicating our needs in the here and now. We can't go back and change anything that's happened. We can't go back and change. Yeah, we just can't go back. That's ultimately it. We cannot go back and change anything. So as adults in the here and now, and I'm sure all of you here are adults, as adults in the here and now, it's really important that we remember that and we move forward, because for us humans, it can be challenging. We get stuck in the muck and mire of human relationships. We get stuck in the muck and mire of our bonds, and perhaps even our trauma bonds. And so if we've been doing the work, and I know you have, so thank you so much for doing the inner work. If we have been doing the work, then it comes to a point in our life that we are completely at peace with the fact that we are responsible for things going forward. So lucky me, I have had the opportunity in recent days to stand up for myself. And, you know, I could cry. I don't want to cry. Every time I come here, it's like I could cry. I don't want to cry. But it's the softening. And, the reality is I've my entire life being an incredibly sensitive person. And yet I walked through a portion of my life with a very tough exterior. And really, like, what you saw is what you got. But often it was like this really aggressive Lisa. And, the beginning of the softening was the connection with Frank back in 2015. 10 years on and 7 years without him in the physical, the softening has got me feeling all weak in the knees, and yet I keep going. So, what we need to do, back to how do we stand up for ourselves in face to face with those who should have? And the answer to that is, I have found in my experience in the last few days, is to let people know what we need, to be direct, and see. And lucky me, I was courageous. I stated what was needed for me, and I received it. And I cannot tell you how much that has supported my own healing. like the healing from little Lisa back when she was, back in the 70s. Yeah, I'm that old. I don't look it, do I? So I asked for what I needed. And then here's some notes. And again, these came in because I didn't want to forget them. So it was like at work, I was like, oh, Sunday when I went back to work, there was like so much happening. So I'm off work today. I go back to work for 2 days and then I'm off for 10 days. And I'm off today because my son is home and he's not sure if he's going to be back for the birthday. So we're spending the day together. And then I have 2 days and then freedom. Yay! 10 days. No plans. 10 days. Just me, myself, and I. And we'll see how it goes. So on Saturday, after, where are we? We're at the 19th. So this happened on the 17th. So it must have happened overnight. So when I went to bed Saturday, I was proud of myself. I had asked for what I needed. I received confirmation that I was going to get what I had asked for, which made my heart, the heart of little Lisa, so happy and felt cared for and felt seen and felt like my feelings were important. And what a tremendous gift that has been for me this birthday season. So when I went to bed Saturday night, and some of you hey, Christine, welcome, sis. So it was behind my heart. And oftentimes we carry a lot of tension in the back between the shoulder blades. And, the back rib cage covers the heart space. Yeah. And so what I was finding is that, like the more that we heal, the more that we keep this heart space open, the more vulnerable we are to walk out there in the world. And especially when we're walking out there in the world and, alone, let's say. We're walking out there in the world alone. And I find the older I get as a woman, it's like the less I want to do that. And yet there's no need for us to settle or to go chasing anything or anyone. Like, that's not the way. We're not here for games. I'm actually, in fact, really sick and tired of games, honestly. And so back to the back of the heart. So I was feeling a lot of pain in the back, in between my shoulder blades in recent days. And I think I mentioned it here Friday. I found that I was like rounding my shoulders, like really trying to protect my heart. And, my whole team is saying, no, stay open, stay open. I could cry. I could bawl here. I almost feel like I should stop the video and go, oh gosh. So my team is saying, no, open, stay open. You're not going back to shying away from being vulnerable. And so I was like, okay, okay. So Saturday night when I went to bed, as I often do, I just started to deep breathing, connecting with God, connecting with my higher self and my team in the spiritual realms that supports me, because I felt like I was struggling a little bit. And again, it's being in this space of the space of the unknown, the space in between, the discomfort, if you will. And so I was feeling this pain behind my shoulder blades, and I started to really like tune into this space, understanding what it is. I know what it is and where it comes from, and it's from back there. It's from the 70s and, early 80s in my life. That's what that energy was. And I'm sitting there or laying there and I'm breathing. And I was just like really allowing my team to do healing on me and support me in ways that they know I need, that I'm unaware of, that I need. And I have to say to you, I've never had this experience before. So 2025 has been a year of big changes within the physical vessel that haven't been experienced before. And I've been at this for a long time, 30 years or so, 30 plus years. And so this particular release, so you all know, on Friday when I spoke, when we shared here, I was sharing about my psoas, my sore ass, left cheek, and the psoas muscle, deep muscle of the soul. Still tweaking and doing its thing. I have to be honest, I haven't tuned so much into that. There's been a lot going on that um, I've had to be present for. So, so I can't be present for myself. Isn't that the paradox? And it's a ridiculous thing to say because I have been very present for myself. I just haven't been called to. This hasn't been um, calling to me so much. So I'm laying in bed, um, doing my breathing, and all of a sudden, right through the center of the two shoulder blades, right here. So that's literally right behind the heart. It was the weirdest, strangest sensation I've ever felt. And it was like, it was almost like a hole opened up in the back, like between the shoulder blades. And there was this huge release, and it was almost like a bubble. If you've ever held a straw in a cup, like to the bottom, and you're blowing, and then the bubble like breaks through, that's what happened in my back. So, and I wrote it down. And that's another thing I forgot as I'm looking at it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I've almost fallen and multiple times in the last 3 days. And those who have known me for my life, I've been called the leaping gazelle and all this kind of stuff because I do the most random, I have the most random trip ups. But in recent days, I've been really scared. There were 3 times I can recall literally almost falling down. And one time, one of the neighbors saw me. Was it yesterday or the day before? A neighbor saw me because I had tripped. You know, when the sidewalk and the curb's a little higher, I guess my right foot hit the curb, and I was like, I had the big dog on the leash, and I caught myself. Thank God, I've been caught each time. I almost fell because each of them would have been freaking ugly, like really bad, had I not caught myself. And the one thing I was guided to reflect on that third time when I almost fell like face first on the cement is that, hey, Marlo's brother, welcome. Oh my gosh, so good to have you here. So the last time I almost fell and caught myself, I was really guided. My team was like, well done, Lisa. Well done. You are stronger than you've ever been in your core. And that doesn't mean I have a strong core or abs, so you can't see an ab there, but you can see my little Buddha belly. There, I'm sure there's abs under there somewhere. I've seen them before. Um, but, so I was guided. What I wrote here, recent days, I have almost tripped and fell, yet was able to catch or be caught each time. And so there's something here that, spirit has got us. And yes, like Kiva said, it's challenging to be walking through the world on our own without a partner. I guess it's the one thing in my whole life I've always deeply desired. And to be at this stage of life and to not have it, it's a little um, disconcerting. And yeah, so I'm going to cry over not having someone in my life. That's ridiculous. And why are you silently screaming, Milos? Tell us. Anyone just coming across this place for the first time would think that woman is not, she doesn't got her shit together, man. She's always on the verge of tears. Ta-da! This is apparently what happens when you soften. What happens when you soften? I don't know. It makes us more vulnerable when we show. It makes us more vulnerable when we show that we are sensitive in the world, and it's a gift. Honestly, it may not seem like a gift. I'm sitting here on YouTube live, like trying to hold back tears. I'm almost 55, and I've had people call me, "Oh, you're such a crybaby." Crying's good. I mean, I don't walk out into the world and cry and blubber all over the place all the time. And yet, when we are in this space, when we are spiritually awake and aware and connected, this is why I come here, to show the real Lisa D. Lyle, and hopefully inspire some of you to go out in the world and show the real you, because we are the ones, we are the frequency, we are the shift that the world needs. 2121. We are the shift. We were born for this, and it hasn't been easy, and it hasn't been we've fallen many, many times, and yet we've gotten up more. And if you're anything like me, your spiritual team is showing up our spiritual team, our gifts are opening up. And that's the one thing, this healing, what transpired in my life in recent days is life-changing healing for me, for Lisa D. Lyle, who's almost 55 now, will be 55 in 2 handfuls of days. And I'm so grateful to be on the approach to this master age in my life. Once again, haven't been here since 44, to be at this stage and no longer be living in a cage of my own thoughts, a cage of regret, a cage of trauma, a cage of neglect, a cage of pain, a cage of poison. Remember The Alchemy of Poison? I took the book out of here. I wish I should have left it here. But The Alchemy of Poison. We are the ones that carry around toxicity from what's gone down. And we are also the ones here that are to clear that through our experience. And I'm grateful I was given an opportunity to heal at a core level, to heal and to feel for the first time in a long time, like valued and seen for me. And I'm so grateful for that. And so Christine says here, well, first of all, Milo says, Boa, my mind decided to kill me. Boa, snake energy? A boa, like a fur thing you wear around your neck? I mean, our minds, we are, again, the poison of alchemy, right? We live in our mind. And there was something going on in my life in the recent week, let's say. And it was bugging me. It was eating me up inside. It was eating me up. There's always been a lot of middle people in my life in between a particular relationship. And it was driving me nuts. It was absolutely driving me nuts. So I'm like, that's it. I'm taking the bull by the horn. I'm almost 55. I'm going to ask for what I need. I'm going to put it out there, direct to source. I'm going to go to the person that I need this from or would like this from. And you know, I asked for what I needed and I received it. And I cannot tell you the joy that that gave Lisa D. Lyle to receive what she needed from this particular person. It's changed everything. So, anyways, yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know what to do. In the package that came for me from my girlfriend out west, she also gave me some eye patches. So, um, I'll be I'll be working with those too and see if they help a bit. But they're kind of a hereditary thing. So, um, empaths unite. Yeah, empaths unite. Don't be sorry. I'm just sitting here trying to get myself together. Like, I didn't really think I was going to hit live. I thought I was going to come here and be all like, oh my gosh, I've experienced the healing I've been waiting for so long. And, I didn't think I was going to come here. Yeah, it was very sweet. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to just pull some cards. Yeah, it's tears of joy. No longer am I crying tears of pain, which is beautiful, which is really lovely. It's tears of joy. I'm really, again, I'm so grateful that I was gifted an opportunity for deep healing. And we never know if we're going to get another opportunity. And like was shared on Friday, if you ever get the opportunity to have closure and heal a connection, do it. It's so worth it, honestly. Yeah. Stop it, Milos. Yeah. I'm going to have to blow my nose too. I don't really want to do that but I'm going to have to because I don't want it dripping out of my nose here on the live stream. Those who have known me my whole life, when they see this, when they connect, yeah, when they see, like this sensitive Lisa, it's startling to many because again, we walk through life based on like early childhood conditioning, right? Early childhood wounds, early ways that the child learned to cope, and to get through life. And so that process for me, and I'm sure for many of you as well, particularly as an empath, as a sensitive one, I'm sure many of you were the same. So, I was this sensitive little child, joyful, delightful little energy. And by the time I got to, the teenage years, I was quite, and puberty kicks in there as well. I was quite hard and rough around the edges and tough and gruff. And that was Lisa's way of protecting herself. Lisa's Lisa's way of being in control of situations that stemmed back from a time when she didn't have any control over situations. So many of us go through our youth quite with the bravado of youth, if you will. And, my youth caused me a lot of more trauma and pain, layered on top of what had already taken place. And so the last 30 years have been of the softening and, and self accountability and taking responsibility for all of it. Not the stuff that you know what I mean? Taking responsibility for our part in things. So, yeah, there's a lot of people in the world that are caught off guard by this more mature, seasoned version of Lisa, you know, and yeah, I mean, take it or leave it. This is what it is. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. And we ought to stop apologizing for who we are. And we ought to stop apologizing for the softness of our heart. And we ought to stop apologizing simply um, for simply existing, for simply being. If the truest form of an apology is a change in behavior, is a change in the way we um, move within the world. That's true. Like, and you all know that, right? We can hear sorry a million times. Sorry is kind of one of these words people use to get themselves out of a sticky situation. It doesn't mean much if you continue to do the same thing over and over, right? But, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, you're not. We're not. If we keep apologizing for the same thing, one thing we ought not be sorry for is how who we are and how we present in the world. If we are presenting ourselves authentically with transparency and we're sharing, we ought to be proud. And that's one thing, um, from an early age, pride is not a good thing. Pride in ourselves is a very good thing. We ought to be proud of ourselves. And these days, I'm very much sitting in that energy of being very proud of myself. The fact that I'm still here, the fact that I'm still willing to share from the heart space, the fact that I still believe in all good things coming our way. So I'm going to read some of these comments and then I'm going to pull some cards and then I'm going to tap out. So, um, yeah, heavy water in the chart. My ascendant is Cancer, so that's water. I've got a pretty balanced chart. Um, a lot of the stuff in my chart takes place in the first three houses, and then it goes up to the 11th and 12th house. But my moon is fire, Leo. My sun is Virgo. My ascendant is Cancer. I forget where Venus is. And then let's see. Actually, I can probably, let me see here. Oh, it doesn't matter that much. I'll share it with you the next time. It doesn't matter that much. Um, Yeah, like this is the deep desire of the heart is to be close and to have closure. One thing I didn't write here, but I've been thinking for days, our grievances are actually grief that we hold on to. I won't forget that. I was going to say I should write it down, but I won't forget it. Our grievances our grief. And so when we can let go of our grievances against others by being direct, by asking for what we need and giving others an opportunity to show up for us, that's a real gift. And, if I had never asked the question, if I had allowed middle people to relay messages of what was going on and I had never directly asked, it would be a different woman sitting here in front of you today. I would be upset. I know it. I know it. I would be incredibly upset. I'd be hurt. It would have changed the course of a relationship in my life for the remainder of my life. 100%. And so I'm so pleased and proud that I asked for what I needed. And I'm so proud of the person who gave me what I needed. Yeah. better my nose dripping or running than me? Yeah, well, my eyes are doing the whole thing. By the time I get off this live, by the time I get off this live, my eyes will be a complete mess. Um, yeah, so we have the Virgo new moon coming up on the 22nd. The Virgo new moon. Is it the 22nd? I believe it's the 22nd. And and then we're into eclipse season. September sees us in eclipse season, and we will touch on those. Yeah. So the eclipse is September 7th, and that is with the well, the eclipse is in Virgo, right? And the full moon is in Pisces. I'm assuming that's what that is. And then we will have, so that'll be the lunar eclipse on September 7th. And then 2 weeks after that, we will have a solar eclipse is that going to be in Virgo? Do we have I'm going to have to look at that because September 21st is an eclipse in Virgo. So, but do we have two new moons in Virgo? That's my question. And so, because I keep seeing that because we have a new moon in Virgo coming up in a few days. And so, are we also going to have a second new moon in Virgo at the critical degree, like 28, 29 degrees of Virgo on September 21st? I will get back to you on that, Christine, if you know, because you are my girl right now. You seem to have it all down. Again, my mind has not, my heart's been all in. My mind is, I haven't really, I haven't really been called to focus too much. Yeah. And this eclipse season is powerful. If you remember the last eclipse season back in March, when we had the full moon, I said we had an eclipse at the new moon in March, but obviously it was the full moon. And that was on March the 13th of this year. And it was a doozy. And that's where the message came in. If you all remember, all of you here on the live have been around for quite some time hanging with me. So you'll remember back then that I was awoken. I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning to go and write this message about what that eclipse was bringing to the surface. And it was the ancient wisdom, modern mystic, simply spiritual, right? And so we're going to see by the time of this eclipse season, like you may have been seeing for quite some time, your gifts opening up, things bubbling up and coming to the surface, new gifts, and it's almost like a remembering has been taking place for the for the last 6 months, and now it's the blossoming. The remembering to the blossoming. And we are the blossoming flowers of light, here to open up to heart's delight, to open up to connection. So back to the comments. Us Virgos are earth, so crying is like a miracle for us. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and this, I can tell you, this healing that took place, like I said, it goes, the wound was, back from the 70s, and it has finally cleared. And I'm so grateful because it's like it gives all involved, particularly me and my lineage, an opportunity to go forward from a new open space. And like I've shared here, and it's really important, if you ever get the opportunity to heal a rift with someone, and if you ever get an opportunity to give someone an opportunity to show up for you in a new way, do it. Because we never know if we're going to get the opportunity again. And so that is why I'm so grateful. When I cry, the curtains in the temple tear. That's how rare it is, and therefore intense. I wish I cry. Well, Milos, I'm sending a wave of tears of love and healing your way over there in Serbia. Yeah, no bank takes sorry as a payment, neither do landlords or anything else. Pride is a gateway to upper frequencies. Yes. Being proud, this Leo season has been transformative. I feel like a different, I'm getting used to this new version of Lisa, and I love her. She's amazing. She's always been amazing. She's more amazing now because she's um, softened the rough edges of her heart. The calcified edges of her heart have softened, and I'm so grateful. Yeah. Yeah, the Virgo Pisces and the nodes are in Virgos, and you know that the nodes are Virgo and Pisces. So this is these eclipses have a whole different feel to them. A whole different feel to them. And I just heard sacred seals. Remember, like we are here to open and remember our part of the deal. Like, okay, I think I'm all caught up on the comments. I'm not sure what was a good point, but thank you. Milos is a poet and he knows it. I like to call myself lyrical Lisa. I am a modern day Edgar Allan Poe. I'd say I'm a modern day Dr. Seuss. I don't know. A little more comedy helps the world smile more, laugh more, lighten up, not take themselves so seriously. Okay, let's tune into some energies here. Let's tune into the archangels or the angels of Atlantis and see what comes through for us. Oh, that one flew out. Ah, Jophiel, joy. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Yeah, yeah. And it's really important because um, this relationship, I mean, it was a very close relationship. You can all figure out who it was, right? I just, it was so important um, for me, the child of light, the child of life, and also for the individual who is also a child of light and life. And again, I'm going to take some time on the backside of this um, and share more with that person who gave me the opportunity to heal. And I'll do so in the form of writing. So, meditation. How's your meditation going? And this is what supports the joy. Meditation doesn't have to be anything formal. I mean, great. If you can sit in full lotus position and levitate for hours, good on you. Well done. Bravo. That's not the way I've ever meditated. It's, I can do seated meditation and breath work. Yes, absolutely. The best way for me personally, and it's up to you to figure this out for yourself too, is to lay down, either in the bath or in my bed or on the earth, and to receive and to just simply focus on my breathing and nothing else. Maybe the sensations, the warmth or the breeze or the sun on my face or the warmth of the water that I'm resting in or whatever, and simply breathe and be open to receive what it is that God, ultimately it's God, through a myriad of legions of light, need me to receive or be given in that moment. And sometimes it's just breathing. And most people say they're too busy to meditate. You don't have to do anything special. Lay down and breathe. You're not too busy to breathe because you're doing it all day. And many of us find very creative or not so creative ways to distract ourselves from the things that will actually enhance our life and feel good for us. We find ways to occupy our time so that we don't really give to ourselves. And the big message coming into Virgo season is it's really important to give to ourselves. Especially for those of us who are single and on our own, if we don't give to ourselves, I don't see anyone coming here giving me anything, honestly. And, if I don't give to myself, if I don't emulate self care and take value and pride in myself, there's no one in the world that will ever do that for me, for any of us. And so this coming out first and flying out of the deck seems like it's very important for us to sit in a space of grace, to give ourselves time to breathe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, at the beginning and the end of your day. And if you can't do it at the beginning, just ask for some help to get you through your day. And then at the end of the day, is this a message for me, Archangel Michael? Patience. Continue to grow your faith. Everything is unfolding in divine and perfect order. We don't see all of it. We don't see what's going on behind the scenes, right? We don't. All that's important for us is to show up for ourselves authentically. Yeah. Oh, Kiva, that's what you were saying is on point or whatever, was the taking the opportunity to heal relationships and give that chance to the other. Yeah, it's so important. And particularly, I'm going to just say it, in a parent child dynamic. It's so important. What happened, the healing that took place for me was so important, not just for me, for my child. And that's what it's all about for me, is like clearing the pain and the trauma of the lineage. Yeah, exactly, Christine. That's the same way with me. Take a few minutes to connect in the morning before my feet come out of the bed, and and the same at the end of the day, and really honoring what the body needs, right? Like, if our bodies need rest. uh, it's taken me a long time to learn that, because but it's taken me a long time to learn it, yet I'm so grateful I'm learning it, and I'm resting more and showing up more for myself without going to chase anything that I want. I'm just trusting that what I seek is also seeking me, and it's all going to come together somehow, some way. And again, this is really feeling like, as we move into Virgo season and approach eclipse season, this really feels like we're coming online from another time. Ancient wisdom, modern mystic, things coming forward. We've that release through the back of the heart cleared space for what is really meant to come through us and into our experience. Gifts. We're powerful, incredibly powerful. Any of you who resonate with me in any way, shape, or form are powerful light workers. And we'll just say that as a big blanket umbrella statement. You have important work here to do. You have a mission, Earthside, in this lifetime. First and foremost, the mission is all around your personal healing, your sovereignty, reclaiming your power. And I feel like I've called power back to me, parts of my soul that have been, like, you know, fragmented for a long time, have returned home. And that's the homecoming of the soul. And so now, as we get into Virgo season, and eclipse season, we're coming online. Oh, yeah, because we've evolved. This is like, I want to put this down here. Evolution through the healing, through the root and sacral chakra. We come up into the solar plexus chakra, our power center, coming online and receiving love, support, guidance, encouragement from our team of light. And look, I said I wore this pretty shirt as Archangel Michael, and of course he had to show up, right? Yeah. And, like Christine says, the birds and animals that come into her yard are gifts that show up daily. Absolutely. So, what are the messengers that show up in your world daily? because we all have them, and it could be numbers. We've got four live viewers and 4 thumbs up. So thank you. Thank you for balancing the exchange. And if you're catching this on the replay, hit that thumbs up if you're resonating. I mean, would you really be 50 minutes into this if you weren't? So hit the thumbs up, drop a comment down below. Let me know how you're flowing. In recent days, hawk has been a big messenger, butterfly, the cicada, cardinals. What else? What else have I seen recently? Well, dogs, they all love me. The dogs love me in the neighborhood. What else? Feathers, sensations, feelings. So you're like Milos, you're like the dam that has opened up, are you? Sending so much love your way, brother. So much love. It's we're amazing. We are amazing, and we're doing it. Stay the course of your heart. And the heavy flow is supporting the watering of the seeds you have sown. So let's tune into, I'm not feeling this deck today. I was going to pull some from the Queen of the Sun. I'm not feeling that in this moment, though. They're saying something, well, no, they're saying that, and then something softer, too. A little softer. So right here. What deck is that? Oh, look. So I pulled the Khalil, the Prophet Oracle. So we're going to look at that because we are the modern day mystics bringing forth ancient wisdom. This is from the mystical something, and it's the opportunity knocks. It came in here. Go for it, it says. And so why do we prevent ourselves from moving forward? Why do we prevent ourselves for standing up for ourselves? Patterning and conditioning. It's not the Rumi Oracle I want either. That's the Khalil Oracle. What is going on here? I don't know what they want me to get, guys. It's not this one. Okay. I don't know. And that's funny because this deck isn't anywhere to be found. Where is this deck? This is the deck they want. Is that it? No. Okay, is this it? There it is. And another card. Why are my decks all messed up here, guys? So I found the deck that I wanted. They were guiding me to. And still, here's 2 more cards. 2 more cards that aren't a part of this deck. I don't even know where this deck is, but this is the Herbal Astrology Oracle. And these 2 random cards are there. Like, seriously, the deck's not here. And these 2 cards are the cat's claw, as my cat jumped up on my lap. This little guy. Cat's claw, which says purification, 25. Through our vessel, we are the chariot, 25, 7. We're the chariot who carries it all, and we can choose to release and let down our burdens, drop our swords now, and stay open in the heart. Magic, mystery. And then Palo Santo. Oh my gosh, 55. I'm going to be 55 in 10 days. Palo Santo, the guardian. Guardian. The little cat's going to want, 55 there on the clock too. Come on, Trist. So we are guided and protected. We are guided and directed each and every step of the way. I love this, the Palo Santo energy. I love that it's come up. And then the 10 is, we don't really reduce master numbers, but the 10 is, or the 55 is the 10, right? The wheel of fortune. The wheel has turned. And, Archangel Michael is encouraging us to remain patient. Remain patient. Stay the course our heart has chosen. So let's get one of these Queen of the Sun, since they didn't let me put the deck away. Let's see. Yeah, healing of many lifetimes. I would agree with that. What's going on has been it's almost like ancient trauma, and the ancient trauma is the separation, the abandonment. Um, yes, the so we have been guided, or we're being guided to walk through this energy to once and for all clear. And I'm hearing clear, so it's no clear the stagnancy, so that we can go forward living our dreams. Yeah, yeah. Oh, a hummingbird. I just put a hummingbird. I made a new grid for myself for soul, love, divine counterpart energy, holding the space. And I was guided to put right above it a beautiful picture of a hummingbird that Frank had taken years ago. And it looks like a little angel flying in. So the hummingbird, joy, which is this energy, Jophiel. My right ear is ringing a little crazy right now. Jophiel, joy, solar power coming online. Um, So I think I'll do an interactive at this point. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3, and we'll pull some cards from this beautiful deck where we saw the opportunity knocks card. 1, 2, 3. Which is calling to you? Perhaps all three. Oh my gosh. This is why they wanted me to pull this. I had a bunch of cards out that I had been guided to pull for myself the other day. I was struggling a little bit with patience, with faith, I guess, a belief in myself, ready to give up. And then something said, no, you're not giving up. Pull a card. And this card came out for me to um, shift it to my lucky number, 12 and 21. Thank you, Frank, for everything. And yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. So, power. We are the power player in our life, right? 12 is the hanged man energy. Look at this. Coming online, souls on fire. We don't need any more cards from this deck because that's what they wanted me to show. It was going to come out again. And it was the first card that came out the other day. And then I had to add to it. And we got the meditation card and we got all kinds of good stuff. Oh, look at this. The unexpected. Can we sit in a space of grace and acceptance as we await um, the magic to unfold, the unexpected blessings to show up in our life, real time, in the material, in the third dimension? I'm not just here to have a love affair with the spiritual realms, honestly. No way. That's not why I'm here. And that's not why any of us are here. Uh, we are here to grow in connection with others. We are here to nurture connections with others. We are here to experience an expansion of love through connection with others. We can only go so far on our own. We can only grow so far on our own. And then when we reach that pinnacle of soul growth as the individual, if we don't open to connection with others, we're going to stagnate there. We're not going to experience the rising of the phoenix in the highest expression of love in this lifetime through divine union. So I guess we're being told, like the unexpected, we can expect the unexpected, and yet we have to grow faith. We have to continue to show up for ourselves every single day. We don't wait and go, oh, it's not happening while I lay on my back and do nothing. We got to get out there and do something. Okay, so interactive component of today's message, and then I'm going to get off here. I'm proud of myself for sticking it out, even though I thought I was going to start sobbing here with all of you. Thank you, Christine and Milos and Kiva, for showing up and pouring your love into my cup. You will never, words cannot express how grateful I am for your presence in my life, your healing that you bring to this world, and your ability to continue to show up even when the going gets tough. So, all right, let us go. 1, 2, or 3, interactive. Just a little message to take us out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 1. Live your best life. The message that's coming in for ones. Live your best life under the sun. Your path of joy has only just begun. That one. And okay, that one. Look at this. Who put that? Kiva? Kiva. New beginnings. Begin your new life. This is like the Phoenix Rising. So Kiva wrote 55, 10 equals 1, and new beginnings. And then we've got the Phoenix. Like the Phoenix, we rise again. And then we have like a Phoenix energy here on the card. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, we're not going to cry. And if we have to cry, they're tears of joy. And if we have to let out tears of sadness, let them flow. Right? Like, this is amazing. We are amazing. I'm amazing. You're amazing. Wouldn't you like to be amazing too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. I don't know why that came in, but this is it for number 1. This is your new beginning. Go for it. It's up to you. The choice is yours. And I'm hearing Tristan's like digging his nails into me. Ugh. I'm really seeing this fire here. You've walked through the fires of transformation. You've walked through the fires of transformation. Keep going. Your soul is growing and your soul is showing. It's like you're showing yourself to the world. Well done. Okay, number 2. I like that. I'm going for all of the messages. I'm picking all of them. We love you. I love you too, Christine. I love you. I love you too, Kiva. Honestly, I do. You know, someone said to me one time, how can you love people that you don't even know? It's pretty easy. Okay, so number 2, there's a reason I said I'm taking all the cards. Look what came out. Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. I'm a miracle. You're a miracle. We're all miracles. Miraculous healing has taken place throughout and has unfolded throughout this Gregorian 2025. It's been a heck of a ride. It hasn't been a glide. Like it's more like if you've ever been on a boogie board, you know, I think they're called boogie boards or something like that. Boogie boards in the water, like a little half surfboard. And if you've ever been taken by a wave and then you get whipped up on the shore on this boogie board and the back end of you is dragging along the sand and the rock or whatever. Or maybe on the bottom, it doesn't feel good. And then you got sand all in bits and places where you shouldn't have sand. It's a mess. And that's what 2025 has felt like. 2025 has been a horrendous ride. And yet it's been chock full of opportunities for us to really thrive in this lifetime beyond what may have been a life of being third eye blind or cast aside. We cast ourselves to the side, our wishes and dreams. We gave up hope on ourselves. We gave our power away to people, places, things, and situations that really don't deserve it. So I love that this came out. So far, we've got new beginnings. Expect a miracle. I'm starting to feel excited again. I was starting to just question my own gifts and abilities. And yet right here in front of all of you, we are being shown there's no reason to question. We are taken care of. God has got us. Our loved ones in spirit love us so much. And remember, what we seek, what we desire, is also seeking us too. Trust your inner fire. Stay the course of your heart's desire. Okay, so one more to wrap us all out. Let's see what they're going to take us out with. I will be back here live tomorrow. At the same time. We'll tune into the child inside and see how that child's feeling. If by chance something comes up again, because my son's on his way out again tomorrow, I'm not sure what time he's leaving. So if by chance I'm not here tomorrow, I will be back Thursday morning. And so for number three, this is the card. Illusion, embrace the truth. And I'm hearing the illusions have been shattered. And now it's time. The illusions have been shattered. And it's almost like I'm hearing, there's that song, now you're giving me nothing but the shattered dreams, feel like I could run away from this empty house or heart. Anyways, have some of the illusions you've lived with been shattered? Have your dreams been shattered? Have things shifted and changed? I'm feeling with this one, it's time to, your house isn't empty. Your heart is full. And this is a time that your discernment is the greatest gift of truth in your life. What is there something that you've always believed? So one thing little Lisa believed for a long time until recently is that I wasn't cared for as I deserved to be cared for. And so what happened? Lisa started caring for herself as she deserved to be cared for. Lisa started making great strides in standing up for herself, in taking responsibility for her life, all of it. And so it feels like for those of you who were guided to number 3, perhaps there are some illusions that you are being called currently to break free from. See the beauty of yourself. See the beauty of life. See the gifts, even in all the heaviness of it. The gifts. The gift is our softening. This is what the world needs. The world doesn't need us to be hard and defensive. The world needs us to be soft and willing to trust our heart more. With that being said, everyone, I'm out of here. And my little cat's on my lap, and he's got this big knot, this big thing I've been picking at. And I'm going to go and give him a brush. This old guy. I love him. And I love all of you. And I thank you for continuing to show up. And thank you for continuing to do the work. And until next time, everyone, I see you. I feel you. I love you. Christine, Kiva. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you all so much. Milo, so good to see you here today, brother. I have missed you, and I'm sending waves and waves of love and healing, tears across the oceans to reach you. Kiva and Christine, thank you, sisters, for continuing to come back and pour into my cup. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky and so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All of you. Thank you.